Let's run these bulls, baby. Let's run these bulls, baby.
Hello world, this is Who Let the Bulls Out coming back at you with another video about ISO 20022 message type migration happening in the SWIFT GPI, Global Payment Initiative infrastructure. What we're going to be discussing are three different groups that have their hand in the cookie jar as it concerns global liquidity, the way banks and institutions transfer money worldwide. So first and foremost, we have SWIFT. They are the status quo, the existing legacy payment network for global payment settling. They handle, arguably slowly, global money transfers. We also have, in addition to SWIFT, the Payment Market Practice Group. They represent the corporations, the banks, all the people with private interest. We also have a third party, the central banks, who are going to have to roll out technology through SWIFT to settle with one another. Each of these three entities has a respective interest in how the dust settles for international payments globally, between banks, between financial institutions, and for all money going around the world. ISO 20022 protocol is the new message type used by SWIFT to integrate distributed ledger technologies, or if you want to simplify it to blockchain, you can, but to incorporate these technologies into the legacy, old school, non-blockchain, non-digital ledger existing status quo payments network that SWIFT operates now. So it's an overhaul and an upgrade. Previously, this was described as and planned to be a three-part phased-in process beginning in November of 2020. However, the media are reporting, ironically today, the beginning of SWIFT's International Sibos Conference, where all the members of the private sector group are currently hanging out with each other discussing technology changes. This industry group, comprised of private sector entities, wants to pressure SWIFT and the central banks to replace and cancel the phase-in three-part process and actually favors a one-time mass upgrade, mass update, so that individual service providers, banks, and financial institutions who aren't able to make the switch properly and update their tech so that they're not left out, so that their messages, as you can see here, don't get cut out. This article is designed to make people lose faith in digital assets like XRP and others that are being discussed for use and inclusion in the global SWIFT payment infrastructure. No matter how you dice it, banks are currently using alternative distributed ledger technologies to settle foreign currencies in-house. We've seen this with HSBC all year long. Chris Larson from Ripple sat on the technical advisory board at HSBC. It's the perfect in. So it's not a matter of delaying the inevitable upgrade to the ISO 20022 platform, but it's a matter of calibration. Key focus on that word calibration. Here are my takeaways from this. 1, we are talking about a digital facelift for the entire traditional telephone and messaging money transfer system. It's going to be costly and take time. So this makes the private sector resistant to change. Takeaway 2. Banks and financial institutions are afraid that they're not going to be able to batch payments into the new SWIFT GPI blockchain inclusive tech. It's FOMO. It's literal tech FOMO. Banks and financial institutions are afraid that they're not going to have the capacity to upgrade their systems to be compatible with the new tech. So they're raising a red flag to the central banks and to SWIFT, much like a lobbyist would to a politician to get their way. And instead of this three-part rollout that's going to calibrate everyone slowly, they're now in favor of a mass adoptive, mass enablement. And takeaway 3, banks and financial institutions want time to develop their own walled gardens. They don't want to have to batch into a SWIFT system that provides the protocol for them. Maybe they'd rather develop something proprietary or copywritten and managed in-house that they can oversee for themselves to give them a competitive advantage or whatever they're looking for. I'm still bullish on Ripple. I'm still bullish on XRP. The existing global payment mechanisms are going to get a digital upgrade. There's no doubt about it. It's going to include distributed ledger technologies. So I've concluded for myself never to take the foot off the digital asset gas. It's going to happen. Watch. All that I can encourage is that you continue to do research for yourself. Keep your inner bull awake. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the FUD. Keep coming back for more videos. Please hit that subscribe, that like, and that little bell to get notified about the channel. If you like critical thinking, analysis of global politics, global markets, come back. Spend some more time with me in the future. I appreciate it. I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are for your entertainment purposes only. Please enjoy the outro music and peace.